guys, this is Marie Jones, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can create some beautiful cards and projects, not just with stamps. So Stampin' Up!, a lot of people think, because of the name, that we only offer stamp ink and stamp pads, but we offer so much more. In addition to our stamping pads, we also offer these beautiful pens, and they are called stamping blends. They are absolutely fabulous, and the reason why they are so great is because they actually blend. You will not see the line when you use these. So let's just do a demonstration. I will do just a heart here, okay? And so this side right here is very loose, and this side is stiffer. This you want to like use for like spreading your color around. So I'll just show you guys so you can see how loose that is. And the opposite side is very fine. You see that? So that's about those two. But if I color this in, you will see that the lines actually start disappearing, which this is what makes it like so amazing. Once it dries, you cannot see where your color lines begin and end. So if you're a really messy colorer, you're gonna absolutely love this. And also all of the colors coordinate, so your papers will color coordinate with your stamping pad, with your Stampin' Blend. And in addition to that, they also offer these things that are really nice. These are inking spots, or I think that's what they're called. But they come without ink, and then you can buy the refills. Okay, you can buy the refills and you can use those. Now, before, when I first started, I would have said, you know what, you need to go with this instead of with the larger ones, just because economically, you know, you can get a lot more with this, but it is hard to fill these up and get them to stamp evenly, is what I'm finding. So what I like to use these for is, you know, doing finishing touches. So if I was using this project and I wanted to just finish it off, this is what I would end up doing, just like that, okay? And it just gives a little bit of finish. As you can see, it's a little red, and it gives a more polished look. Okay, so that's what I would use it for. I still use it for inking some of my stamps, but like for the bigger stamps that we have, like and I don't have it with me, but the stamp pads that are like 5x7s, this would actually give you a hard time. Okay, it's better to go ahead and get a stamping pad instead. Okay, so, and then in addition to that, we have markers, and those markers are not like the Stampin' Blend. You will actually see the lines in your coloring. Okay, they're still good, but you'll see the lines. And then we have this. We have these 13 amazing watercolors. So I love these watercolors so much, and let me tell you why I love the watercolors so much. It makes coloring your stampings so easy, and making them colorful and beautiful. I've always wondered how people got their cards to look like their stamps to look in different colors, and some of them end up using this on the stamp itself and then coloring it in there. Okay, but I'll give you an example. This bird right here, I made my brother a beautiful card. I was able to use the watercolors to create this gorgeous bird and a beautiful card. So I am absolutely in love with the watercolors. They also have, and I don't have it yet, but they also have this thing called Brusho, which is kind of like a pigment that you can put on your piece of paper, and you can either spray it or do other things with it, and it just starts doing this marbled look, which is really cool. So to use these watercolors, what I use is a thing called an aqua pen, and I apologize, I have not cleaned this off, so let's take that off, the yellow off. Okay, so these aqua pens actually hold the water inside, and to release the water you just do a little tiny pump, and you can actually see the water fill up right here. Okay, so if there's any question if there's any water in it, you just look right here and you can see the water. Okay, there's two different ways that I use the watercolors. I can use the watercolors by either drawing on my surface, and I just have to say that these watercolors will work on regular paper and on watercolor paper. Watercolor paper, it seems to work a little bit better, but as you can see, I just drew on that and the green kind of like faded away. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. That's as much as I can zoom. Okay. You can also take your watercolor pencil, and once it's wet there, go over it, and it makes it much darker. You see that? Now, if you really wanted to pick up this color and blend it, you can do that too. And you can use it like a palette and then start drawing from there. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do it on the watercolor so you can see the difference. And I'm just going to put the watercolor there. It's still wet. And now I'll blend this. And as you can see, the watercolor paper, it turns out much more pigmented. Okay, and it's easier to control the water. So that's one of the reasons why I love using the watercolor paper instead of the regular paper, but you can still use both. The other way that I use this watercolor pencil is by taking the aqua pencil and just putting the water directly on the pencil and then start to color. Now, I like to use that when it comes to fine details, okay? But again, it will come out very dark. So, if you wanted to lighten it up, you would put the aqua pen right on top, just like that. And then it would turn a color. So again, you can see that Stampin' Up! Offers so many different ways to make your cards look beautiful and add color. And it's just a preference of your choice. But again, my favorite is using the watercolors. I use Stays On, and I'll go ahead and stamp my project, and then I will take the watercolors and start coloring it in. The Stays On, the ink does not move, but if you use black Stampin' Pad, it will start moving with the water. It is not resistant to it. So if you have any questions about any of the Stampin' Up! Products that I've shown, let me know. Again, I have not tried the markers yet, and I have not tried the Brusho. I'm really excited to try Brusho because I think that is really neat, and I will be growing my Stampin' Blends. But again, I use my watercolors more than my Stampin' Blends, just because I think it's neat to watercolor. That's just me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to go to my website, www.mariejones.stampin.com. stapledup.net. And if you'd like to follow me on Facebook, you can go to www.facebook.com/Marie Antoinette Biz to find me and to request to be in my group. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day.